and I have managed to creep in, but now they know the game is up. Of course, I guess they would have known the game is up once I started taking the point, but now we're going to have Stug and Panther attacking me. The guy repairing the Panther, though, he's dead. And then I realized, hey, well, the Panther's still there, but I can still kill him. Unfortunately, a stray machine gun bullet catches the backpack of that guy, and he's a flamethrower infantry, so he explodes. If he was anybody else, he probably would have made it behind that building safe. And then the question is, would he have been able to get an AT grenade in? And the answer is no. So this isn't happening. All these guys are going to die, so I'm like, yeah, time to make your last stand. And look how much of a badass this guy is. He kills, like, 2 people before he goes down, and this is when a tank and 6 people were shooting at him. So this is my last little assault infantryman. I'm like, well, actually I have 2 more guys. This guy never made it up the defense in the first place. And I'm like, let's just do as much damage as possible. And this is why you don't mess with assault infantry. Like, one guy just kills 2 of them. No problem. No problem at all. And I decided to maybe preserve this guy so he can get the Panther. But this guy, he is on his final mission. He's going to do as much damage to the enemy as conceivably possible. Meanwhile, on the right, very little progress. We've taken back that point. They've got the middle point, so their points are still ticking up. But of course, my actions have moved us forward on the left. So very briefly, we had removed enemy control from that point. And so I'm moving the last of my submachine gunners who I had from the very beginning of the game, the first squad I bought. I'm moving the last of them up to form a front defensive line while my opponent's busy fighting off my little dudes, including this guy who's taking the point back, because my opponent, I guess, lost too many people just walking in there, so he's being more cautious. So always use those little extra guys you have lying around. Not only that one assault infantry dude, but the submachine gunners I'm moving up from the very beginning of the game. See, he killed another guy. They're moving up to form a front defensive line while my riflemen hold the back, and just to have sight over the entire map and stuff is very important, to always see when opponents are coming. Otherwise they can do stuff like I'm doing right now. So there, finally my assault infantry guy dies from this Panther, but luckily that meant the Panther was facing the wrong way, so I get an AT grenade off and kaboom! Finally destroy this stupid Panther. And that was a pretty good deal for me. I sent 3 infantrymen total at that Panther. One of them immediately exploded because he was a flamethrower dude, but the other 2 got some grenades off, and that, my friends, is why you need to have infantry supporting you. Oh, and I repositioned my sniper to the right, because I'm like, I'm probably good. I'm getting messaged by Lollibo. What's Lollibo saying? He's talking about... he's talking about, he's a senior this year, so am I at college, and he wants to exchange his senior shirt. Oh, he's going to change his shirt. He's wearing a shirt that seniors wear, and he's going to change it before showing up to an event with free food for juniors. So he's going to pretend to be a junior. So that's going to be fun. So what was I talking about? I bought assault infantry. Oh yeah, support your tanks. I don't know what happened there. That was a big explosion. Support your tanks with infantry. I was able to sneak up on this Panther twice and kill it. Basically twice. The first time it should have died. So, yes. I also set my people to fire at will, or return fire only. That means they're not going to just start opening up on people they see. They're only going to shoot if the jig is already blown. And also probing on the left with submachine gun. Oh, I was taken by my sniper. I repositioned him to the right because I figured my opponent's not going to be able to assault across the field, or if he is, he's going to get cut down because I have my AT gun and my rifleman and my light machine gun. So that's good stuff. And so now I'm just using my sniper to get some overwatch on their left-hand side, and also he can see in the middle, and this is going to allow him to pick off these people who are trying to get across the stream. It's very slow for them. And so now I have sight, and I have to be very careful with what I do. There's people here. The big deal is the Stug. That's going to be a huge problem if it sees me. And unfortunately, I basically tried to crawl in front of them, like, hoping they wouldn't see me. That was really stupid, because, like, obviously they see me. And so assault infantry is so badass that it doesn't matter. And luckily, just by coincidence, flamethrower dude was over there, and so he starts roasting. Those guys do die, but the Stug is on fire, and so right now the crew is burning to death, and of course eventually the Stug is going to explode. Yeah, I believe I burned all the crew to death. Sometimes you don't burn the entire crew to death, but usually you do, especially if you catch the engine on fire. So the Stug is dead, and I can just easily move in with the rest of my assault infantry. On the left, however, things not going so hot with my submachine gunners. There are still remnants of paratroopers, or assault infantry, I guess. Still remnants of stormtroopers, if you remember that whole thing where I chucked grenades around the corner to try and kill those stormtroopers. I killed 2 of them, But there's 4 left. Now there's 3 left, but you see they cause a fair amount of damage on my dudes. So he's moving in, sends some submachine gunners, does manage to kill 1 my assault infantry, but the rest are fine. Boom, that's a Nashorn tank destroyer. That is a big, big daddy tank destroyer, and it's not so great against infantry. So I'm like, okay, you're gonna get killed. I don't think you even have a machine gun. Unfortunately, he does have infantry around it, so you see how difficult it is. It fires a shell and manages to kill 1 of my people. You see how difficult it is. Like, if he didn't have that one guy in that bush, like, I could have easily just run up to the Nashorn and chucked an AT grenade, probably blown it up, killed a huge amount of points. But, all it takes is that one stormtrooper in a bush with body armor to completely drop my assault cold, because you cannot sprint at somebody if there's someone shooting at you. If you sprint and they're firing at you, your guys are just gonna get mowed down. Speaking of mowed down, I just lost like 4 people to a Panzer I. I think it was maybe over on the right. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, don't drive up to people when you don't know if there's someone there, because they're liable to throw AT grenades at you. This actually is not working so hot. My men did not throw AT grenades at them. They got cut down, but it could have happened. And I don't know how the hell he's getting over there, but looks like he's gonna make it to that bush. I think he got spotted. Oh, no. Now he's driving at me again. Yeah, don't do this. Don't do this. Don't drive so close, because then watch what happens. And especially don't stop! Like, come on! Okay, if you're gonna drive really close, at least gun it. Don't, like, pull to a stop and say, like, huh, bitch, you can't hit me! Because guess what's gonna happen? So here's this Hummel. See in the upper right, there's a Hummel. And I'm like, oh yeah, gonna kill the Hummel. Gonna go this bush. And then I'm like, wait, I just used my only AT grenade. Now what do? Oh look, this guy's dead. Alright, all the way back. And I'm just like, hoping nobody sees him. Because it's a big map. I'm like, you'll probably be good. And if you're not, whatever. But you're gonna be the hero of the Red Army. But yeah, look, things are looking pretty nice because we have this left point. We have the 4 points, so 3 points on our side, 1 in the middle, and now we have the left, so our points are ticking up. Unfortunately, there were only Molotov cocktails on this guy because that dead person was a flamethrower dude. And boom! Nashorn, like I said, not very good against infantry, but if they're all standing in one group, it can fire a high explosive shell. And this stupid guy in a bush, I'll talk about sprinting soon, this stupid guy in a bush is just making it very difficult for me to get the Nashorn. Like, I have 3 people, but he's a assault infantry and I'm not able to kill it. And Nashorn really shelling my dude. So yeah, the dead guy was a dead flamethrower guy, which means all he had was Molotov cocktails. The Hummel is open on top, however, and it's a giant howitzer, so hopefully I'm gonna set it on fire and cook some ammunition or something and it'll explode. So I get the Molotov out, and I'm like, alright, check it, dude. The nice thing about Molotovs is that you can throw them very far. Unfortunately, that did not get inside the Hummel. I figure I'm good, and so I took another one anyways. That one went off the side of the Hummel. Yeah, he gets a Tiger immediately because he panics. Unfortunately, it landed on the side of the Hummel. I was pissed as hell. I'm like, why did you not explode? You were totally on fire. But, you know, if you think about it, it makes sense. Like, a Hummel is not so fragile that if there's fire, like, outside of it, it's gonna explode. I should have direct controlled maybe to gotten a Molotov in, or, ideally I just would have had an AT grenade. And yeah, don't fuck with the assault infantry. They're just owning people. I did get hit by that grenade, though, so that sucked. Okay, finally time to talk about sprinting. You can't really sprint at like a vehicle or something that you want to take out if there's someone shooting at you from like a bush or something, because if you're sprinting, your people are extremely vulnerable. They're not going to immediately take cover when they're shot at or anything like that. They're just going to let themselves get shot, and it's very easy to get mowed down. I was hoping I would get the drop on these people, but they see my guy too late and kill him, and then they see my sniper and kill him. But the medium machine gun, PKP heavy machine gun, opens up for the first time in this game and starts killing people. So you were right, guys. It actually can kill people. Maybe it's worth buying. Maybe it's not worth buying. But it would have been much more useful if I had been bum rushed by armored cars in the very beginning of the game, because then it would have owned all of those. But you know, it's not a bad machine gun. I realize it hasn't done much this game, so I decided to move it up to maybe support the middle. And there's Puma. Good night, sweet Puma. You're on fire. Alright, but they took the middle back, and they also took the left back, so now their points are counting up again. 400 versus our 182. We still have 20 minutes to turn it around, though, so it's not awful yet. And I set my PKP to fire at will instead of hold fire. I'm not worried about it being revealed anymore. I just wanted to shoot some people, and boom, kills a person. See? It's killing people.